Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy made a statement on Sunday denying the occupation of Bakhmut by Russian forces, contradicting Moscow's claim that the city had fallen. Zelenskyy, speaking at the Group of Seven summit in Japan, emphasized that Bakhmut was not under Russian control as of that day. He expressed his understanding of the situation but refrained from sharing specific technical details about the ongoing conflict in the city. The Ukrainian military's general staff released a statement affirming that the fight for Bakhmut was still ongoing. However, due to the fog of war, it was difficult to ascertain the precise situation on the ground. Both Ukrainian and Russian officials had made conflicting comments, contributing to the confusion surrounding the status of Bakhmut. Earlier at the summit, Zelenskyy's response in English to a question implied that he believed the city had fallen to Russian forces. He spoke solemnly about the fate of Bakhmut, mentioning the destruction of buildings and the loss of life. However, Zelenskyy's press secretary later clarified his remarks, indicating that they did not accurately represent the situation. Ukrainian defense and military officials reported that fierce fighting was still taking place in Bakhmut. Deputy Defense Minister Hanna Maliar stated that Ukrainian troops had semi-encircled the city and gained control of dominant heights in the vicinity, making it challenging for the enemy to maintain a presence there. Serhiy Cherevati, the spokesman for Ukraine's eastern group of forces, confirmed that Ukrainian forces were holding positions near Bakhmut, and heavy fighting continued. Russian state news agencies had previously announced that President Vladimir Putin had congratulated the Wagner assault detachments and Russian armed forces units for their role in liberating Artyomovsk. Russia's defense ministry also claimed that Wagner and military units had completed the liberation of the city, the former name of Bakhmut. However, these reports contradicted the information provided by Ukrainian officials. President Joe Biden held a joint news conference. During the G7 summit, Zelenskyy and U.S. Biden announced an additional $375 million in aid for Ukraine, including ammunition, artillery, and vehicles. Zelenskyy expressed gratitude for the financial assistance provided by the United States. In addition, the U.S. agreed to allow training on American-made F-16 fighter jets, laying the groundwork for their eventual transfer to Ukraine. Biden stressed that Zelenskyy had given assurances that Ukraine would not use the F-16s to attack Russian territory. While the outcome of the battle for Bakhmut remained uncertain, many analysts believed that even if Russia had secured control of the city, it would not significantly alter the course of the war. The Institute for the Study of War, a Washington-based think tank, stated that gaining control of the remaining areas in Bakhmut would not provide Russian forces with strategic advantages for offensive operations or defense against potential Ukrainian counterattacks. A video posted on Telegram showed Yevgeny Prigozhin, the head of Wagner, declaring that Russian forces had taken complete control of the city. He was surrounded by fighters, with ruined buildings in the background and distant explosions heard. However, Russian forces continued to target the remaining parts of the Donetsk region under Ukrainian control, including heavily fortified areas. The cost of the battle for Bakhmut in terms of human lives remained unknown, as both sides had not disclosed casualty numbers. Zelenskyy had previously emphasized the significance of defending Bakhmut, noting that its fall could allow Russia to rally international support for a deal that would require Ukraine to make unacceptable compromises. However, analysts believe that Bakhmut's capture would be a blow to Ukraine and provide some